In our last video, we drove from Kentucky to Alabama, where we met up with Pawpaw. Then we picked up our good friend Lily to go on the cruise. After spending the night in a hotel, it was time for us to get on the cruise. While waiting to get into our room, it didn't take long for the kids to start exploring.
And Apple got a big hole right here, and Apple got a little hole right here that has little water, and big hole has a bunch of water.
After some time on the water, we finally made it to our first stop, Cozumel, Mexico. We went to a beautiful beach. We did some swimming. And drove through the city on our way back to the ship. In part 2, we traveled to Costa Maya, Mexico, and Roatan, Honduras. After a good night's rest, it was time for our second port of call, Costa Maya, Mexico. In Costa Maya, we had a fun day on the beach planned, with swimming, snorkeling, and even lunch. All we had to do was get there, so we hopped aboard our tram, and off we went. After about 15 minutes, we finally made it to the beach. At about the same time lunch was delivered, this little guy showed up so we could share with him. After lunch, it was time for snorkeling. Back to the ship, we were able to watch the ceremony of the Flying Men.
C. C.
Check out my other videos for the entire ceremony.
Ya vemos a los voladores iniciando. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see they're starting their flight.
Before we knew it, our time in Costa Maya had come to an end and it was time to get back on the boat.
Who's at the fancy supper?
How old are you next?
Caleb.
Right?
Lily.
You think we're your kids? You can get it first?
I think they did.
We are in Honduras.
Our plan for Honduras was to hold monkeys and sloths, so we hopped on a bus and took a trip. After a nice ride, we finally arrived. This place had everything. They had animals and zip lines.
Our 3 kids. I feed the monkey. Look at mommy here.
Look right here. Car. Chelsea, look forward.
You stay right there. You're gonna be next.
You close.
Closer. You can be next.
Get up there, Lily. No, you're good.
Your glasses okay, baby. So these are the white-faced capuchin monkeys. These monkeys are not native to here, brought in from the mainland Honduras. Mama, you ready?
How old are they?
Coco is 14. She lives to 45 years.
Wow.
Pinky don't come down because she's alpha. So he stays up. He stays up.
He's bigger too.
Yeah, he's the boy.
And the female, yeah.
The alpha.
She is.
Oh, she.
And
Yes,
he's
Mom.
bigger. So the female, is that what's all of them?
Yeah, it happens.
That's how it
So
goes.
now we're gonna continue. This is a
Y'all come
yellow-necked
close.
Amazon parrot. Oh, lift up your head.
Look, Aubrey, look.
Look.
There you go. Oh.
See its tongue.
Aubrey, are you scared?
It's got a piece there.
Carly's so excited.
Carly, look.
Amazon parrots are native to here.
Chelsea.
Yeah. It hurts him.
Shake me. I ain't your food.
Caleb.
I ain't your surgeon.
About 8 years ago, Lily had her picture taken with a green bird. One of the missions in Honduras was to recreate that picture. We think we did a good job.
Happy bud.
Although the birds, monkeys, and other animals were interesting, the real target of our trip to Honduras were the sloths.
Who's next? Who's next, baby? Hug it, baby.
Hug it like a baby, okay?
Hold it like yeah.
Here.
Okay. Watch out, car. Watch out, back up. Back up.
It's your baby. It's your newborn baby, Chelsea.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Caleb? Or Lily?
It's gonna hurt my back, Mama.
No, it's not. Look, Lily.
I got sunburn.
Lily has a baby.
Caleb, you'll be fine. Okay.
Ow. Hi, Bible.
Gentle, Caleb. Turn. Turn.
Treacle sloth is not native to here, brought in from the mainland Honduras.
He's looking straight
These are really related to turtles.
Betty, mi negra. How long was this sleep? 20 hours. 20 hours a day? 20 hours a day.
We had a really good time seeing all the animals, but before long it was time to go back to the ship and leave this port.
They are waving. Look at them.
Look, the aliens are playing to the drums and stuff.
One hop this time. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 stumps.
You want to tell about what we did today?
Yeah.
What?
So, the first thing we did today is we woke up,
Okay.
eat breakfast.
Okay.
What else did we do?
Did we get off the boat?
Yeah.
Where'd we go?
To see the animals.
Look what kind of animal.
Birds.
And what else?
Monkeys.
Monkeys. Did one do anything special on your shoulder?
Yeah.
What?
There's another one.
They got on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They got it on my head with that one.
And they got on your heads? And then what else did we see? What else did we see, Kevin? Sloths. What did we do with the sloths?
We hold it up. We held him like a baby.
You held it like a baby. Carly, did you hold a sloth?
Yeah.
Did you? How'd you hold it? Show me.
I did. And then it was holding my back.
And then it scratched you. Oh my goodness. Did you hold one?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
You know what it did to me? It got a splinter on me. And his life was right here, and that's how I was holding him.
And you hugged them?
Yes. Look like this.
Lily, did you hold a sloth?
As we cruised off into a picture-perfect sunset, we had no idea that a storm was brewing. Waves rocked the boat all night. A nearby buoy measured waves 21.5 feet tall. The next morning, the seas were still rocky, but at least we could get out of the stateroom. An entire video of the storm is in my channel, along with a view from the bridge for one storm system. Check them out. The rest of the cruise went off without a hitch. We spent our time dancing, watching shows, having drinks, making friends. Our wait staff was awesome, and eventually it was time to pack up to go back home.